Like, we were pirates. Now we're accountants. You know? We used to go away for months at a time with the boys when we were going to war. Yeah, maybe not the most fun thing in the world to do. Now we're stuck inside the house deciding which colour on the Dulux paint chart to choose. Oh, terracotta. Yes. You know, that little shade of white is a little bit greyer than the other one. I think we picked that one for the bathroom. That would be lovely. These aren't things that men like to do. Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about how men almost never get what they want in life. Almost never get what they want in life. And the common denominator is women, okay? And I don't want this to be a woman-hating video. I don't want this to be a woman-hating channel or brand. I just want to promote a different narrative for men so that they can stop, think, see things through and go, okay, am I doing this for me or am I doing this for the woman because it's her life goals? I truly believe that men are living life on female timelines. I've said this a million times before to you guys. I also truly believe most men are dragged into female goals, life goals. So a man's life goal might be to have 6 t-shirts, 2 pairs of shoes, 2 pairs of jeans, a backpack, and to just travel around the world on a motorbike. You know, just going from place to place to place and make money from a laptop and not even have a home and just kind of travel around, bum around and just kind of see different areas of life. You know, be kind of nomadic. That might be inherently what a man wants. You know, to just do something stupid like that. Like just get on a boat and go to an exotic part of the world and just be free and just live. We never get that kind of life. Okay? For example, a man might get to a certain age, okay, where he's settled down with a woman. Maybe they're living together for a couple of years. Then they say, okay, we're going to get a mortgage. All right, so this is a purchase, and you might go 50-50. I'm not saying the woman wouldn't pay for it. If you had to pay for it outright, it hurts even more. But let's give the benefit of the doubt, okay, to women. You know, we've got equality now. 50-50, straight down the middle. You pay half, she pays half for the deposit. The house that you're going to select for 2 reasons is negative for the man. Doesn't give him the life that he wants. The average man would probably want like a penthouse in Dubai. You know, something like that. Something lavish, something enjoyable. If that's not your cup of tea, maybe it's like a beautiful farmhouse in the country, has like a big open terrace looking over with beautiful views. You have a pool table in the kitchen, like living room kitchen area, like, you know, people do. Maybe you have a pool down the bottom. All of these things will not be available if you go halves on a house. All right. So you think that you would buy a house and it would be a joint decision. You think that you go, okay, here's what I want, here's what she wants, we'll come to a compromise. Never works like that. It's always the house that the woman wants that the man's willing to step back on. It always goes this way. Always goes this way. Whether it's 50-50 or not, the man never gets the life that he wants. It's always a house that's better for the kids. It's always a house that's better for the family. You know, and the man never gets what he wants. A man might look around and see a 3-bedroom penthouse with a beautiful balcony and think, yes, this is a bachelor pad. This is ideally where I'd like to live. When he looks at houses in a relationship, he's thinking completely differently. What does she want? What's best for the family? Might not even like the house, but it's something that the woman thinks, oh, this is cute, this is homely, I can see us in here. He will go with that narrative and follow it. You know, a man gets to 40, he wants to buy a sports car. The woman says, hey, we got kids. You know, you can't do that. You've got to buy a 7-seater so you can do the school run and take them back and forth. You know, okay, fair enough. If you've got kids, that's just naturally what you have to do. But the man might not have wanted kids. And this is what I'm saying. So many guys get to a point in life where, let's say they're 28 years old, 27, the most dangerous age. I made this video before. They want a certain life. They see a certain life for themselves. They think it's going to be a certain way. Once they meet the woman that they're going to be with for a long time, they start to compromise beyond belief. So their weekends are filled with trips to their girlfriend's mum's house. Their weekends are filled with trips to DFS furniture store to just look at nothing, to be honest. Not actually buy anything. Just to go, that's cute. That would go well. Ooh, that cutlery matches our plates. That would look nice if we ever had guests around. Oh, I like these bowls. Oh, do you know what we should do? We should have that there and that there. We should move that around. We should have a whole decorating day. It's like, Christ alive. Has any man ever wanted to do a decorating day? Has any man ever wanted to just go pointlessly looking at items to put in the house? I don't think they have, right? But we compromise. As much as feminism says that it's a man's world, men get what they want, I don't actually believe that. I believe that women get pretty much everything they want in the long term, and they use beauty and sex as a currency. They use those two things as a currency to convince us. It's almost like an anaconda. It slowly tightens and wraps around and tightens until the man just chokes into submission. And it's sex and beauty that is the currency that drives this. You know, there's so many men that are currently married who never really wanted to get married. Let's be honest. Like, how many men watching this right now, show of hands in the comment section, might want to get married or think, yeah, I'll get married one day. But how many men have a burning desire, like a life goal, to get married, as like women do? Show of hands in the comments. Just say, yeah, I would. How many men actually have that burning desire, wake up every day and be like, fuck, I just want to find a wife. I just want to get married. Life would be so much better. Barely any, right? Barely any guy sits there at night and just, you know, feels sad because he hasn't got a wife. So many guys feel sad because they don't have money, or they're not having sex with the most beautiful women in the world. You know, that's kind of our mindset. But very few guys are like, God, if I got married, my life would be so much better. I don't think any guy thinks like that. I don't think there's many guys under the age of 30 that are like, I just really want to have kids. I just have a burning desire to have kids. I just want to knock them out. You know, there's a small percentage of guys, but the majority are like, no. You know, if you actually sit and talk to them, they want to do it in their mid to late 30s. They're just not really interested in doing that. It's just so many of us get strangled by that anaconda-like sexual grip, and we end up doing shit a lot earlier than we would because of pussy power. That's literally what it is. You know, you're going into a mortgage, you're going into a marriage, you're having kids, all so that you can keep the woman that you've already got. This is what a lot of guys do. They get married so that they can keep having sex with the woman they're already having sex with. Because other than that, like, I don't really see the upside. I don't really see the benefits that come out of this. And the point that I'm making towards all of this, like I said, I'm not blaming women, right? Women have this inherent desire to get married, have kids, just build, collect, and hoard. They just want stuff, okay? It's hunter-gatherer mindset. Men are hunters, go out there, hunt, keep creating, driving forward, doing something new. Women want to grab something and keep hold of it, right? And just have that, like, settlement. Okay, we got our foundation, we got our settlement, everybody keep away. Everyone keep away. Like, other women come along, fuck you. That's what women want. This, like, perfect life that's being built. Men don't want that. I truly believe men don't want that. I truly believe that most men would rather be on a Harley Davidson, just riding around Mexico and just going from bar to bar, place to place, you know, traveling across to another area, getting on a plane, going somewhere else, you know, just on the open roads, just kind of freedom, enjoyment. But men never get what they want in the end. You think about a home, okay? You think about an actual family home. A man moves in with the woman, split payment on the mortgage. Okay, fair enough. Split. So the house should be split. But it's not. The kitchen belongs to the woman. I'm not saying women should be in the kitchen, right? But all of the stuff that's in the kitchen, like a man just goes 2 plates, 2 forks, 2 knives, 2 spoons, a cup, and that'll fucking do. Maybe a kettle. Like any man who's living on their own that I've seen who's been divorced, they have like 6 things in their kitchen. Women will have like baking trays. They will have weighing scales. They will have all these like cookie cutter shapes and stuff like that. They will buy all this pointless shit just in case once per 10 years they decide to bake cookies, right? They will have all this stuff in the house and it becomes the woman's area. So a single man will have beers loaded up in the fridge. Not saying that's good, right? But a single man will have beers loaded up in the fridge, or the food that he wants, right? House is his. If he moves in with a woman, that fridge is hers. She decides what goes in there. She lays it all out perfectly. You know, all the cupboards are laid out perfectly. These should go in this drawer. That should go in that drawer. Like, everything's organized. It's basically hers. She designs what it looks like. And I'm not saying women are in there cooking and that's what it should be. I'm saying it's a joint usage kitchen, but the woman will pretty much decide what that kitchen looks like. I remember I lived in a flat share years ago with 6 people. 5 of us were men. The woman decided in that house what that kitchen was going to look like. And she used to tell everybody off. She used to go around saying, who left this out? Who did this? Who did that? Like, she pretty much ran that kitchen like Gordon Ramsay. Now, the bathroom, well, that's women again. Because what will a man have? Maybe a shaver, razor, toothpaste, toothbrush. That's about it, right? Most women will have an array of fucking bathroom products for her hair, for her skin, for her teeth. You know, all sorts of stuff, makeup wipes, everything will be designated to the woman. The entire design of the bathroom will be designated to the woman. She will decide, she will just go and buy something and plant it in the bathroom. Okay, so now it's basically her. She's taking ownership of that room. Okay, living room. Well, no, that's not us again, because the furniture pretty much gets decided by the woman, the wallpaper, everything, you know, the decor, the cushions, you know, thousands of cushions just thrown on the sofa, the carpet, the table, the rugs. While you're out, you could come back and there will be carpets, rugs, stuff you've never seen, bought by the woman. And again, she's taken ownership of that. That's like, the living room is like the woman's domain. Bedroom, same story as the living room. The bedroom will be designed with the woman in mind. You know, a man's bedroom would be completely different. Like I said earlier, stuff like pool tables and whatever would be in the living room. In the bedroom, the man might have, you know, very simplistic, might even have a little office in the bedroom just tucked over to the corner. You know, may just, like I said, all black sheets, just something simplistic. It's very independent, like a single man where you got single women coming round and you're enjoying yourself, like a real classy, fancy James Bond's kind of layout. A man will want that. When you're in a relationship, it's not that. It's pastel colours, it's yellow bed sheets, you know, everything's tranquil and relaxing, and it just puts me in a zen state. Men aren't interested in that. So again, we've lost the bedroom, okay? What about the dining room or anything like that? Well, again, that's not us. You know, we're not putting fruit bowls on the table, are we? You know, we're not saying, oh, it'd be nice if we had this design and this seat here and moving stuff around. We couldn't care less. We would eat our dinner off our lap watching television. We don't really care about this stuff. So where does a man get relegated to? Well, a man gets relegated to the attic, the basement, the garage. The 3 darkest, dullest places in the house. And we have to turn them into man caves. And we do, you know, we work hard, we make them look presentable. But men have to have a man cave. We have to get, you know, you go up in the attic, you go in the cellar, you go in the garage. You know, the rooms that we don't want, we get given them. And that's where we have to put all of our stuff. That's where we have to operate from. So we've paid 50-50 for this house. It's an even split, but that entire house is hers. She takes ownership of it and then drives us out to the garage or whatever. We're not living in the homes that we want to be in. A man will most likely want something like a penthouse in Dubai with a massive open terrace so he can host parties and have beautiful women come around and enjoy himself. You know, maybe a pool for pool parties and a barbecue in the summer for the boys and a TV in the bath so we can sit in the tub and watch the football. You know, stuff like that. We can't do that. We cannot do that. And when we go house hunting with a woman, we will compromise. We will step back. Women never compromise. As much as they say they do, they will not compromise. They're never wrong. They never compromise, all right? They will say, okay, this house needs to have this and this and this and this. This car needs to be like this, and this. And we just take orders. We just follow what they say. You know, a man wants to go on vacation. He'll probably want to go somewhere fun. You know, maybe he wants to enjoy himself. Maybe he wants to go to Vegas. I'm not saying I probably wouldn't want to go there, but I'm just saying as a highlighted example, a man might want to go to Vegas and go and enjoy himself. Might want to go to New York and, you know, experience some good fun times. You will always end up somewhere where it's family friendly or something like that, or it's couple friendly, or it's romantic walks on the beach. I'll put it this way, right, guys? When you first meet a woman, she's beautiful. You know, the sex is great, everything's fun, whatever. And sometimes when you're single, you get caught up in this little lustful period where you go, oh, do you know what? It'd be nice to have somebody to hold. It'd be nice to have a woman. You know, I miss the company of a woman. Don't fall for that trap. Because as soon as you go back down that route, it turns into Saturday at her mum's house. You know, and you're bringing the heavy bags in. It's all right, babe, I got it. I'll take care of all of this. You just go and hug and kiss everyone. I'll close the car boot down. I'll carry all the heavy bags in, slump them down. How is everybody? I'll act mature for like the next 6 hours so everyone thinks I'm a good man. Oh, yeah, let's have a nice conversation. You're like, Jesus. I remember when my Saturdays used to be fun, right? So you're trying to be a nice guy. You're trying to see all this through. You then get home and you think, right, well, it's Saturday night. We're gonna sit in. We're gonna watch Netflix. Okay. Well, it's Sunday tomorrow. What's the plan? We're gonna go for a nice walk. Yeah, okay. They can be fun, but okay, let's go for a nice walk. Then what are we doing? Oh, well, the kids need to go to so and so's birthday party. All right. So shall I take them in that shit car that I've got out there that I don't really want, but it's better for the family. It's not good for me. I wanted Ferrari, but I went and bought this 7-seater fucking soccer mum type van, so I can run all these kids around. And all day I've got to be at kids' parties. Okay, I'll go and do that. And then you get back home and you're like, right, now it's me time. To the garage, to the attic, to the cellar. Like, you get delegated out to these places, and it's just like most men don't have a life that is their life. Like, it doesn't belong to them. And like I said at the start, women aren't bad. They're not doing this on purpose. They just inherently have these qualities which make them leech. And I know that sounds terrible and people are going to say I'm sexist, but women just have something evolutionary in their brain biologically which makes them take everything without realizing that they're taking everything. They always say men are selfish. I think women are so selfish in that sense that, it's selfish to believe that a man wants to get married, have kids, settle down and just live a nice little quiet life. Yes, miss. Just sat there. Men don't do that. For thousands of years, men have just grabbed an axe, jumped in a boat, fucking rowed across the sea, pillaged a village, set it on fire, and raped all the women, which I'm not condoning, but look at the fucking difference. I'm not saying we should do that, but look at the difference. Like, we were pirates. Now we're accountants. We used to go away for months at a time with the boys when we were going to war. Yeah, maybe not the most fun thing in the world to do. Now we're stuck inside the house deciding which colour on the Dulux paint chart to choose. Oh, terracotta. Yes. That little shade of white is a little bit greyer than the other one. I think we picked that one for the bathroom. That would be lovely. These aren't things that men like to do. This stuff bores the fuck out of us. You see people like Leonardo DiCaprio or Dan Bilzerian. They're happy for a reason. They've retained their freedom. It's the hardest thing for a man to do is retain freedom. And we think we're doing the right thing. When a woman says, don't you want to marry me? What's wrong with me? Well, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, you could be Megan Fox in her prime. You could be the ugliest woman in the world. Doesn't matter. My decision is the same. I'm not getting married. I just don't see value in signing a contract that is simply put in place to protect the woman against diminishing beauty. If you think it's for kids, you're an idiot, because you don't have to be married anymore. You can have kids and you still get child payments, right? So what is a marriage contract? Well, it's a contract to protect a woman against diminishing beauty. Because hundreds of years ago, men used to just kick the woman out the door when she got too old, bring another one in, and be like, kids, here's your new mum. And they had a massive homeless female problem. Right, that's all it is. It just protects a woman legally so the man can't go, right, you're too old now, old model, bang, bring in the new one. Like, that's literally all it is. And we've been fooled into doing these things. We've been fooled into going, yeah, do you know what? I think I want to get married too. She wants to get married. I think I want to get married. You don't. Most guys just don't want to get married. Like, if you said to a guy at 18 years old, what is your life plan? And then you showed them what it's going to be like at 40, I guarantee they're two different things. The guy would say, I want to travel, I want to explore, Christopher Columbus shit. I want to go and enjoy my life. I want to go and see stuff. That's what so many guys would say. I want to go and travel the world. I want to see things. I want to take holidays with the boys. I want to have a big house with a roof terrace and a barbecue laid out, and all the boys can be out there and we can watch sports on the weekend. It would be this sort of stuff. But then you look at it in reality and you say to one of your mates, do you want to come out this weekend? They're like, well, no, me and my girlfriend, we're saving for a new car. So it's like, Is it the car that you want? No, but she said it would be good for, like, you know, when we have kids and we have family trips away. Like, buddy, that's not you. Like, she's a ventriloquist. That's what she's doing. She is talking through you. Like, you are just a vessel. You're just a host to this kind of virus that's been planted in your mind. And that's not me saying women are bad. Women are just very strong-minded. And us as men, we don't realize this. We think, I don't want to be selfish. Let's compromise. That's what relationships all about. Women aren't compromising. It's time we fucking realize this. Women want to get married. Women want to have kids young. Women want to move into a house and get a mortgage as soon as possible. Women want to stay in on a Saturday night and eat junk food and cuddle on the sofa. These aren't male traits. These aren't things that men like to do or didn't used to anyway. But we're in an era now where we're hell-bent on doing these things. You know, a man will be like, I'm coming up 30, I need to get married, have kids. You sound like a female. These aren't male traits. These aren't things that we want to do. You've been told this is what you like. Pussy power has driven you down this route where you're too scared to lose a woman that you're already with. You're already with her. You're already sleeping with her. You can already get a joint bank account if you wanted to. You can already live together. You can have kids together if you really want to. Yet we do things like, I'll get married. It's a female thing. It's what they want to do. And this is why a man never gets to live the life that he wants to live. He wants to do something completely different. You know, most men want to, like I said, travel around the world. They want to enjoy stuff. They want to spend their money on a fast car and enjoy crazy late nights and just enjoy shit, watch sports and just wake up when they want and design the room how they want. We lose pretty much everything. Like I said, men are delegated to the garage. Men are put up in the attic or in the cellar. Go on, get out of my way. Get out my hair. My girlfriends are coming around. You know, you get out of here. If we said that to her, she'd go crazy. We don't end up living the life that we want to live as men. Ever. Almost ever. But the best thing that feminism ever did, right? The cleverest fucking thing, and I don't know how they've done this. They have convinced men that they need to get married, that they need to have kids, that they need to get a mortgage and settle down. This was what women had as their plan. So many women had this as their plan before they were 30. They've somehow convinced men that they need to do the same things too. We don't. I'm telling you, it's completely different for us. Like, you can be single for the rest of your life if you really want to. Yeah, like, one day I want to have kids. Am I thinking about it right now? Not one bit. Worst nightmare right now. One day I assume, based on the progression bias, I'll want to. Do I have those feelings right now? Not a single bit. Do I like kids? Yeah, of course. When I see other people's kids, I'm happy to see them. I'm friendly. You play around with them. Whatever, it's good fun. But I don't want that every day. Because guys forget, I'd love to have kids. You want to be cleaning diapers. You want to be cleaning shit when you're trying to watch the football. Do you want to, spend £2,000 on school fees when you were literally about to buy a new camera for your new business? I can't afford it now. I better wait another year. Like, don't forget all the bad shit as well. Like, don't forget about that. So we get all these things put on us, the marriage, the mortgage, the kids, etc. And women say, this is the life you want. Believe me, it is. Otherwise, you ain't getting this pussy. Even though you've already been getting it. Which is fucking weird, right? And then we just don't get anything that we want. We just lose everything that we were driven towards. And we forget that all of these things long-term are actually negatives. They carry a ton of negatives with them. Marriage has a million negatives. Kids, although they're fantastic, if you're ready for them and if you're set up, it's great. But they carry about a million negatives. And we forget these. And it ends up getting to a point where a man turns 40 years old. He looks around and he goes, shit, I'm not in the house that I want to be in. This isn't what I would pick. If I was a single man, I wouldn't live here. He looks at his car and he thinks, well, it's not even the car I want. He looks at his family life and he's like, yeah, I love them because I've been with them for a while and these are my kids. I wouldn't not love them, but this isn't what I had planned for myself. And he suddenly starts feeling trapped. And he looks at his finances and he's like, where the hell is all my money going? Looks around the house and sees lampshades and carpets and, all these extra things like stuff on the mantelpiece that he hasn't bought or, or things that he's got halves on that he doesn't really want, like a new coat of paint on the wall. They spent a whole weekend doing that, and he's like, it could have been blue, red, green. I just don't care. And all these things have gone. And then he looks at his wife and he's like, well, she doesn't even look like she used to, which is natural. Maybe he doesn't too, but he's just like, why did I do all this? And this is where you get divorces and midlife crisis. And this is when guys go and cheat, because they just go, well, shit, I've got this entire life that I didn't want, but somehow anaconda, like I said at the start, they've been squeezed into submission, and they just acquiesce to everything that gets said. They just say, yes, okay, sure. Yeah, well, yeah, all right, I'll compromise. It's not a compromise. It's a very one-way system. We don't want any of this shit, but somehow, we get choked into it. We get submissed into it. And like I said, it's not women's fault. It's ours, because we're letting them do it. They're just doing what they know. Women are just going, I want this shit, and I'm going to get it by any means possible. They're very strong mentally, and they find a way to get around it. Sex is a currency for women. They use that, beauty and sex, to get you in with that submission. Like I said, we need to be stronger. When a woman says, I'll leave you if you don't marry me, it's, yeah, fine, leave. Because you're not going to have the life that you want. I'll leave you if you don't have kids by 30 with me. Yeah, all right, yeah, fine, leave. Because this, I don't want that. We either pay for this mortgage or I leave. And it's like, well, I want to inject it into this business, so I guess you're going to have to leave. Like, we need to be stronger, because there's nothing wrong with marriage, mortgage, kids, etc. If you want to do that in the future, if you have the life that you have. But don't sacrifice and give up on your dreams so that she can fulfill hers. Because so many women will be fulfilled once they have that life, and a man won't. So that's why a man never gets the life that he wants, because we keep acquiescing to these social norms, which are actually normal for women and completely alien to men. For thousands of years, men have not lived like that. For thousands of years, we've not wanted those things. Suddenly, we're living like women. We've got the same goals that women have got, and somehow women have convinced us that that is what we really need. Like, there's a lot of pointless shit. Like, women will, and I stand by this isn't sexist, women will take your money without realizing that they're doing it. That's why when men say women are gold diggers or women want money, they deny it and they go crazy because they don't realize they're doing it. Examples. You could be sat there with your girlfriend, okay? Wife, whatever. Things are going perfectly well. You don't need anything. Life is going well. You're saving money. You're putting it in the bank. And she will turn to you and she will go, we should get a dog. Right? And I know you've all seen this. Second thing she'll do, we should get a car. Because it would be nice to just drive around and, I don't know, it would be nice, right? It's a lot of pointless shit. It's stuff that you don't need. And here's the thing. This is why I'm not hating on women. Because they will say, we'll pay for this thing 50-50. Like, that's what she'll say. We'll split the payments. I'm making money too. Let's split it, equality. But that's still 50% of that cost coming out of your bank account, and you didn't want it. What are you getting out of this, okay? She's getting that car and she's getting to drive around nice. She's getting the dog and she's having a better life, because that's two things that she wanted. As a man, you might have been like, shit, I wanted to save that 15, 20 grand collectively from those two things, and I was going to put it into a business. I was going to buy a property, rent it out, and increase my wealth. But as a weak-minded man, a lot of us go, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, I'll do it. All right, babe. Yeah, sure. You'll be sat there one night, everything's going great, no problems, whatever. And your girlfriend will go, we should get a new sofa. Okay, why? Yeah, it'd be nice. Just have a nice high-quality sofa. I just think, if it's our house, we should have a nice sofa. As a man's just like, I don't care, I'll sit on the floor. I don't care, I'll just save money, sit on the floor and fucking watch TV. I don't give a fuck. A woman will want the best of everything. And if she's got everything, she'll want the next thing. And the next thing, and the next thing. And that's what I'm saying. Women aren't inherently bad. They're not trying to drain your money. That's just the way they're built. Men live minimalistically. Like, any time I've ever moved house, I've got like 15, 20 things. The woman has always got like 700 items, 20 times more shoes, 100 times more clothes than I have. They're collectors, hunters and gatherers. They gather. They get as much stuff as they can and they tuck it all in one place. And if they look at something that's a year old, it's like, replace it. Whereas a man, we're like, hey, no. I'm going to stick with this Nokia 3210 for the next 10 years because it's £5 a month and I'm saving a ton of money. I guarantee if you look at iPhone sales, the majority of those sales are women getting the new iPhone. They like new shiny shit. They love it. As men, we live minimalistically. We have the bare minimum. We would be fine living in a fucking wood hut as long as we had a lot of money in the bank and we could go out, do what we want, maybe like gun on the shoulder, quad bike, something like that. We'd be happy to live that life, you know, and I'm not saying that's how we should live. I'm just saying we have different barometers. We have different wishes and drives, like where we want to be in life, what we want to accomplish. Women want things that are completely different. Like me and my friend were just talking about Venus and Mars, that book, women are from Venus, men are from Mars, right? It's true. It's true. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like if I was running First Woman, I'd be telling women, this is what we want. Men don't want that shit. Let's go and get our own stuff. And if they want to come along with us, whatever. This is First Man. So I'm just telling you, men, we don't want to live like that. So why are we living like it? You know, if I sat down 100 men in a room and said, who wants to get married? Most of them would go, well, no, not really. But, you know, the old missus wants to, or the old girlfriend wants to, and it's nice having her around, or where else am I going to get sex? You know, so many guys have got that. I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying that's a negative attitude. That's the wrong reason to get married. To be like, well, don't know, I'm a bit older now. If I got rid of her, I don't know if I could find someone else. You know, that's a scared little feeble scarcity mindset. I hate that shit. Or she wants to have kids, so, you know, what can I do, mate? You know, she wears the trousers. When you hear that stuff from guys, it's like, this is so sad. You don't have a life. She's draining you of all of your energy and money without realizing it for things that she wants, which is fine. Like, I think if women want to do that and they're driven to go and get these things, if we're too weak to say, hang on, fuck you, no, I don't want that shit, I want this shit, either you compromise with me or I go my separate way, then we deserve everything that we get. But we need to, as a male gender, start becoming stronger in a mental sense and put our foot down more. Because although in this era we're saying, oh, men need to be less aggressive, they need to put their foot down less, you know, he's mansplaining, etc. We're getting taken for a ride. Men don't want all this shit. Men don't wake up in the morning and go, oh, it'd be nice to have 3 puppies and a kitten. Like, that's a woman thing. And we end up paying, like, might pay for all of it, which happens a lot, but we'll pay 50-50. So the man will split it. Oh, we should get a new car. Do you know what would be nice if we went on holiday here and there? Oh, I was looking on the internet, you know, first day of payday. Man's like, I want to save all my money. I'm saving for something big. I want to, you know, grow this future for myself. A woman will go on payday. Oh, I'm just looking. I found these holiday homes. They're beautiful. There's like these homes on the lake with a hot tub and you can sit out. It's dog friendly. We can take. It's like, why are you trying to spend money? You know, because if I say yes to this, I'm going to have to spend 50%. Like if I agree to anything that you say, I'm going halves on this, right? So it's like, yes, I know what you're trying to do. You just want to have time together. You just want to have fun. You want to enjoy your time together. You're saying, look, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever. Let's spend time together and build our relationship. I want to be with you. I want to be seen with you. I want to spend time with you. All right, look, I get that and I love that. But let's not make all these decisions emotionally. Like sometimes let's stop and go logically, is this the right thing to do? Should I spend 100 grand on a wedding ceremony just to impress some relatives? No, I shouldn't. Are you going to leave me because of that? Yes. Okay, well, bye. You know, I'm going the other way. That's as strong as we need to be. Because at the moment, like I said, I reckon every guy right now, pretty much 95% of men over the age of 35 are not living the life, number one, that they want, number two, that they imagined when they were 18. And for me personally, that's sad. And the reason for it, the catalyst, is that they're following behind the woman and they're helping her achieve her goals and they're ignoring their own.